welcome back to another reading vlog. As you can see by the title, this week I am trying to get through all the series that I'm in the middle of. I have calculated it and I am currently in the middle of over 20 book series. Like, are you kidding me, Sophie? What is wrong with you? Because I'm not really the kind of person that reads a series back to back. I don't binge it. And I feel like that's why I keep starting new series. So I'm putting myself on a new series ban and I'm going to be getting through ones that I am currently reading. And I didn't know where to start. However, yesterday I just finished Nightbane, which is the second book in the Lightlark saga. So I decided today that I'm going straight into Nightshade. So this is the third book and I did it because it's fresh in my mind, and I will say I did not like the first book, Lightlark, at all. And then Nightbane just got so much better for me in the last 50%. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go straight into the third book, and then we have that series finished. I do believe there is another book coming out, but I will be up to date in the series, so that is good. And I will say I did actually start Lightlark about like an hour or so ago, and I am 20% of the way through. I'm reading it on my iPad currently just while my Kindle is charging, and I feel like I'm reading really quick on this. So I'm 20%, so that means I am on page 89 out of 433 pages. So we have made a good dent so far, and I'm just enjoying the vibe of this one a lot more than the other two books. I feel like maybe now my brain has taken in the world building of this Lightlark world, because there is a lot. I will tell you, like, you have different realms, different rulers, they've all got different powers. Politics is so different in each realm as well, and we start off this story literally immediately where the second book left off because it was a bit of a cliffhanger. I need to know in the comments, are you a Grimm or an Oro girl? Because I always thought I was Oro, but am I leaning towards Grimm now? So I'm gonna sit now, we're gonna carry on reading this, and I've got a few hours till I have to go to work, but I will be able to read at work as well. So that is a plus for today. And yes, let's enjoy this week of getting through the series I'm in the middle of. I will say as well, the banter that Alex Aster is writing currently, I am eating it up, and I feel like that's what's really tied me into these stories, is the way the characters talk to each other. Like, especially Grimm, he is such, I'm not going to swear, but yeah, in a good way though. I feel like you're supposed to hate him. He lies, he manipulates to get his own way, but I feel like he's doing it for the right reasons. Oh, he just loves her so much. I do actually miss Oro as well at the minute, because currently he's kind of not in the same realm that they are, and yeah, I just love a good love triangle. I can't beat it. Good morning, a reading update now. I ended up getting to, I think it was like 54%. I'm just putting up my Kindle to double check. Yeah, 54%, so page 234. So I got quite a lot of reading done yesterday, and I was quite happy with that. I will say, I can't tell if this is absolute trash or if I'm loving it. Like, make it make sense. Because Isla, for one, is really irritating me in this book. Like, girl, just please choose. I don't get any connection from her and one of the other characters anymore. I'm like, just go with the other one. He would burn the world down for you. But this girl, she's dragging this triangle out, let me tell you. I feel like it's just fun. I feel like I'm not confused anymore. I kind of know what's going on. Although sometimes I'll put my Kindle down, and then when I pick it up, I'm reading it and I'm like, where the hell am I in the story? Like, as if I've like skipped 10 pages. But overall, it's not that bad. I'm being a bit dramatic here. I'm sitting and reading now. The sun is shining outside, so I'm staying indoors and reading on my Kindle. I'll update you guys in a little while. A lot is happening right now. This girl still can't decide but it's really kicking off. I'm at 86% and I'm like screaming, but I'm not loving it. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like in love with the story, but I'm liking it. It's entertaining, and I do kind of like Oro and Grimm a lot, so they're kind of keeping it alive for me. I always like love triangles, but when it kind of seems like she's gonna end up with the person I don't want her to, they start to become highly irritating, and I just don't know where she's gonna go with it. Okay, so I've just finished Sky Shade. The cliffhanger at the end. Now I need the next book, even though I'm not loving it that much. I need to know what happens because we still don't know who she's going to end up with, and it's driving me crazy. I will say maybe it's a series that you need to stick to just because there is a lot of politics and world building. It's definitely not a book that I would recommend for people that are new to fantasy, because as you can see, I struggled for like the first book and a half, and I'm only suddenly getting it, and there were still times where I kind of felt like we're just being fed so much information at once. But I do like Grimm, I do like Oro. Isla, she's okay. But yeah, that is our first book done of this challenge now, and I have now completed the Lightlark Saga, or what is available right now, and I do think I know which book I'm going to read next as well. A few hours later, and the book of choice that I'm going to be demolishing next is going to be Next to You by Hannah Bowman Young. And if you know me, I am a huge fan of her writing. I have now read Next of Kin and Out on a Limb, which is the other two books in this series. I do actually believe this is the first one, but I didn't know that when I first read Out on a Limb. So there are standalones as well. So it's like an interconnected standalone series. And I feel like it would be good to knock off the list, off the physical TBR, because she has recently brought out Out of the Woods, so I'd like to pick that up at some point. And I don't know much about it, so I'm just going to read the synopsis with you guys. It says, Lane is in the middle of an identity crisis. Her friends are all partnered up, her career is heading nowhere, and she's just not happy. So after a night out celebrating her birthday, she makes one hell of an impulsive purchase, a giant 48-passenger yellow school bus that she intends to make her home. Okay. With little to no renovation experience but money from a large inheritance, Lane enlists the help of her friend Matt, a mechanic by trade, handyman by practice and hottie by nature. While their mutual attraction is undeniable, Matt's a total family guy with a settle down with me tattooed across his forehead, whereas Lane is entirely commitment averse. Matt and Lane have silently agreed that friendship is the only thing that can ever exist between them, so when Matt offers to help her with the bus and in the bedroom, Lane's sure it can never work, can it? Hannah always creates really good male main characters as well, I will say. I've loved every single one. Like, they're always golden retriever vibes, so I feel like he's kind of giving that because he's, you know, family man, he wants to settle down, and I feel like, yeah, that's the ones I kind of enjoy reading about rather than this kind of players right now. So I feel like the lighting is really bad, so apologies if I'm washed out, but I am going to sit and start this now. I'm going to read the physical copy, and I haven't done that in a while actually, so I'm excited to do that. First reading update for Next to You, and guys, I wasn't lying when I said I was going to demolish it because that is what I am doing. I've just gotten to chapter 17, which is page 194, and that's out of 413, so like I am nearly halfway. We'll say this is the halfway mark, talk about the book moment. What can I say? This book had me smiling like 2 pages in. Hannah Bowman-Young has done it yet again. I do think she is like my top 3 romance authors ever. I have loved every single one of her books I've picked up, and Next to You is no different. I love Lane and Matt so much. Once again, she's created the perfect golden retriever boy that would do anything for his girl, and oh, the dynamic is so funny as well. They have such good banter, and I really do love that they have been friends for a while before things have started to progress. Oh, it's so good. They're kind of in a situation now where they're like, yeah, we're friends of benefits, but you know, like deep down they both want it to be more, but then they have issues with like commitment and other things. Like Lane is dealing with a lot of grief because she lost her dad 10 years ago, so she's kind of got a lot of daddy issues, but I just know Matt's gonna help her through it, and I'm so excited to see where it's gonna go. I might be speaking prematurely, but like, is it giving 5-star feeling? I just can't stop smiling when I'm reading it. Also, I will say this is probably the spiciest book that I've read so far by Hannah Bowman-Young, and am I complaining? Usually I'm a hater, but the way that she has done it, very good. Get to reading, and I might just sit and binge the rest of this right now. No, stop, because I feel like I'm actually gonna cry at this bit. I feel like Lane does, I think I want to know Liz, I feel like Lane doesn't deserve him, you know? She's kind of irritating, but I love Matt. She's not, I can't decide if I like her, I feel like she's annoying, but then I feel like I resonate with her as a person, you know, like an outgoing person, but gets anxious over little things, like helping people out, like stressed about being late, like those kind of things. Like that is her, and I feel like that is me as a person. She has been dragging him along by a rope, and I'm not happy with it anymore. I don't know how she's going to resolve her business, because he's perfect, and why does she not see that she could be happy with him? Oh, also, I'm at work, so that's why the background is different. Working hard, reading next to you. Letters. This man. I'm always right. I can see the green flags from a mile away. I'm actually 86% the way through now. I'm like nearly crying. This book, outstanding. Next day now, and I ended up finishing Next to You last night. Guys, I loved it. I will say it just missed out on a 5 stars because there was something that happened at the end of this that kind of just, I didn't feel like it was the right time, and I was like, oh, it cringed me out slightly. But I have settled on a 4.5 stars because it had me smiling from like page 3. I loved the characters. And I also really appreciate how Hannah Bowman-Young writes really diverse people from different backgrounds. I feel like in this one we got a lot of culture within it as well. Like our male main character is Samoan, so we go and meet his family and we get to know his kind of lifestyle that he grew up with compared to a traditional American kind of family, and it was so good. Matt really saved it for me because he just, the men that Hannah writes about, as I've mentioned, perfect golden retrievers, and that is what I'm loving recently. The banter within this, and it just feels so realistic and real as well, with real life problems that day-to-day people would come across. So I feel like you can really relate to a lot of the characters in some kind of sense as well. So with this one done, I am now nearly caught up with this series, just out of the woods to go, but I do need to pick that book up at some point, or I may read on my Kindle and then buy a book trophy for my shelf. We shall see. But I'm actually moving on to Cursed Crowns. So this is the second book of the Twin Crowns series. If you didn't know, Twin Crowns was a 5 stars for me, so my hopes are really high for this book, and I hope I continue to love it. Catherine Webber and Catherine Doyle created this world where you have witches and humans, and the witches have been hated for so long, whereas they used to be kind of on the thrones and they used to rule the kingdom. So there's been a lot of conspiracies and a lot of lies where people have then been kind of, their opinions have been changed to hate witches. So in the first book we went through a lot of fighting, and I'm actually already 20 pages into Cursed Crowns because I just couldn't wait to pick it up before I spoke to you all. But we kind of start off straight after that last battle, all the cliffhangers, everything. So there is a lot to fix and I'm excited to see where it's going to go. You guys in a little bit, and I actually got this book on my Kindle just because it's a little bit easier to read, and I'm now actually on 59% of Cursed Crowns, and I will say that I'm really enjoying it. I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as the first book, but I think that's on me. I've left it a little bit of time since I've read that first book, so I feel like at the start it took me a little while to get back into the story and the world and like remembering the characters. But that doesn't mean that it's complicated or anything. It is really easy to understand. And one thing I'm liking about this is we're back in kind of the multiple POVs. So we've got Rose and Ren, the two sisters, and they're both off doing their own little missions to kind of help the kingdom. And definitely Ren's story at the minute is a little bit darker. She's had to do something for another kingdom that could have really bad repercussions, and I'm kind of scared for her. I feel like this one has a little bit less romance in it as well. I do know like there's more to come in the series, but I think I really enjoyed the romances in that first book, and we've had a lot of predicaments in this one. So I'm entertained. I have obviously like 41% left, so I'll definitely finish this today. And I'm excited to see where it's going to go and how this one's going to end. I have got the next book that I may even go straight into, but I have some other videos to film as well. So, you know, the life of a wannabe book creator. This morning. I only had like 20 pages left from what I read yesterday, and I really did enjoy it. I think it definitely picked up for me towards the last 20% of the book. I feel like I did leave it too long between the first book and this one because it took me a little while to get back into the world, as it kind of always is with fantasy stories, I think anyway. But I have settled on a 3.75 star. Obviously this is very different to that 5-star that I gave that first book, but I do find that other 4-star fantasies that I've read, I just preferred it more than this one. But I do know there is a lot of room for me to love the next book. The way that this one ended, we have a new love triangle for one of our main characters, and I cannot decide which man I want her to be with. So I'm excited for the next book. Thank you so much for coming along with me this week, continuing the series that I'm in the middle of. I feel like I've made a really good dent into some of the series, and I'm feeling less overwhelmed by the amount that I'm in the middle of. Stay tuned for more episodes like this because I am tackling my physical TBR and all the series that I'm in the middle of. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see my channel again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.